Testers.AI has a new browser extension, and what it does is it executes the standard checks, which are a bunch of, like, even up to thousands of checks, and perform it on any web page. And when it's installed in a browser, with one click, you can get all that test coverage performed on your web page. So it really just generates bugs, really, but by running a list of the standard checks. If you want to install it, you just go to the Chrome Web Store. You can click Add to Chrome, and it will add it to your Chrome browser. So you can one click, and you can just do one click quick check for issues, right? And what it does is it does that. It analyzes the web page. We'll see that in a second. And there's a lot of different personas and types of checks, like things for Gen AI code specific issues, things that if they used AI generative code to make the page, it'll probably have these types of issues. And then just general JavaScript networking, privacy, security, all sorts of tests or checks, sorry. There's some more of those. And you can also, if you have the pro version, you can use this for free, but there's also like a pro version. The pro version lets you create custom testers, so you can have them test or check for anything that you want, even give them a profile and an image. But then basically you can create your own virtual testing inside your browser. So let's do a quick demo and see how this runs. This will take a bit of time because there's a lot of stuff going on. But we're just going to run on this Google web page here, and I've never tried it before. We'll see what happens. So here's, if we install the extension, you'll see it shows up in here on your browser. And here's the standard checks. So we will run those. So let's start it off, and it'll probably take a little while. But we can talk about things while this is going on, right? So one is, you can pick, by default if you want, you can pick which of these categories of checks or which tester you want to be running. If you want to do WCAG checking, you can add this, GDPR, accessibility, OWASP, console logs, all that kind of stuff. So you can pick what tests you want to run. And again, if you have the pro version, you can just hit play and it will run that specific tester's checks. We can walk through settings real quick. By default, this uses like a global Testers.AI LLM in the cloud. That's a little smarter for testing than the other models, general models. But if you're really concerned about privacy and stuff, you can just pick those. You can pick Gemini, OpenAI, Anthropic, and enter your key. And that makes it all private too. So you don't have to worry about anything. Or if your IT folks, require that you use their API keys, that's all good. You can use those. And you can also do custom instructions. So you can type anything in here like, I don't care about accessibility, which a lot of people don't care about it, and they shouldn't. I probably shouldn't type that. But you can say anything in here you want, right? Focus on things that might block shipping and especially security, for example. And then when it does the checks, it'll focus on those areas and even follow whatever rules and basically whatever instructions you give it. So you have like a lot of control over the bots. And also, if there's a feedback button up here, so please let me know how you think about it. Think about any suggestions, ideas, if you have questions. And you can also ask to sign up for Pro. If you just go to Testers.ai, you can sign up for the Pro version of this. But by free, you get some basic, free testing, basically. Free testing and free bugs. So what tester should complain about that? And then there's some basic rate limits. But if you use your own API key, there's no rate limits at all. You can use it as much as you want. Try to keep things like super simple. And so if you look in this animation, you can see, it's generating these different testers, checking for different types of issues. And it can evaluate, all types of issues that we looked at. But that's happening right now. So it's making a bunch of calls out to analyze the page, think about all the stuff that's on it, think about the likely users, the business model, all that kind of stuff. So it's found 4 high priority, and then 1 medium and 3 critical ones. Let's see. Bugs by type. So it's found all these bugs. So if you're a tester and you don't want to know all these bugs, some of them may not be interesting to you or maybe not be valuable, even if your word AI hallucinates. how much time would it have taken a tester to go through and find this many issues? Like even just because it runs hundreds and hundreds of checks, really over 1,000, and these are the ones that came out of. But it would take you a week or more, or many weeks, for an average tester to run through all these things. Anyway, that's interesting. Okay, so the first thing here, it's kind of a usability thing. It's got an ambiguous plus icon in the AI input field, and that's this guy over here. And I think about that sometimes too, like in like newbies especially, don't know what that means, but it's not very contextual. I guess let's see if there's not even any hover text on it. But that's like how you would attach